palm oil and wheat in focus on the back of those factors. Kanishka, thanks so much for joining us with all those details. But as promised, let's now put the spotlight on India's gems and jewellery sector then. And last week, the cabinet cleared the export promotion mission with an outlay of about 25,000 crore, which is aimed at strengthening India's overall export ecosystem. The gems and jewellery sector has been identified as one of the key priority areas under the mission. The move is expected to benefit exporters through easier access to trade finance, stronger global branding support, and assistance for market expansion. GJEPC, the Promotion Council, says that enhanced grants for participation in international trade fairs will help the industry diversify into new and emerging markets, while also enabling smaller exporters to deepen their presence in established destinations. To understand what this means for the sector, we now have Mr. Kirit Bhansali, Chairperson at GJEPC, now joining us. Mr. Bhansali, afternoon, and thank you so much for joining us today. Gems and jewellery was one sector which was facing the brunt of 50% tariffs that were levied by the United States. Will this move combat the impact or the brunt that the industry was facing to some extent? And how do you view this? Is it a big positive for the industry?
Very big project, Aisha. I tell you, first, I would like to congratulate Government of India for thinking seriously about our sector. They've removed 3 months back from the priority sector. They've added again priority this sector in a priority sector. And by announcing about 25,000 crore rupees, a huge amount, especially we have demanded for MSMEs. Our 85% exports depends on MSMEs. So most of the MSMEs will get easy finance, cheaper finance, and this will help us to boost the export definitely.
And which sub-segment is likely to benefit the most? Will it be the lab-grown diamond segment? Will it be polished diamonds? Which segment do you expect will benefit the most?
So two segments will benefit the most is jewellery and lab-grown diamonds.
All right, and will it help revive demand for lab-grown diamonds? I believe demand for LGDs has been soft over the last few days. Will it help revive demand for this in the global market? And which key geographies do you expect demand to come in from?
No, Sisha, there is no slack in lab-grown diamond. If I share you the figures, in last 4 years, when we started growing lab-grown diamond in India, the first year we have exported about 3 million carats. Second year it was 7 million, third year it was 15 million, and this year I'm expecting to reach about 25 million carats.
Okay, so that's as far as lab-grown diamond industry is concerned. But as a result of this outlay which the government has announced, and because the gems and jewellery industry has been identified as a key priority area, do you expect smaller businesses to be to benefit at par with the large businesses? And do you expect the MSME segment in particular to grow on account of this?
Especially MSMEs, all these announcements will help MSMEs a lot. The first important thing that a lot of small players are entering in the sector. If you look at our jewellery hub in Gujarat, a lot of small young people have started their jewellery factory with small amount. And this announcement of easy loan and cheaper loan will boost and will help them a lot, definitely.
And will it, Mr. Bhansali, fully combat the impact of tariffs, or do you expect any other kind of support from the government?
I think whatever the feedback I am receiving from the ministries, the tariff will be also sorted out within 4 or 6 weeks times. So that will be additional help, but we are not now looking about the tariff. We have already started exploring new market. Last year, 3 months back, we did one B2B show in Saudi Arabia. We are planning the same kind of show in Vietnam also. We have signed the FTA with UK, and immediately after signing FTA with UK, we do one B2B show in UK, and we have invited them also. They are also coming December end to visit gem and jewelry sector in Mumbai.
Understood. And since you are telling us that you are looking at several other markets, which will those markets be?
So Latin America, last year I have traveled there. It's a big market. Per capita income is more than 10,000 US dollar. It's a new market, but we will try to explore that also. UAE is also doing very well. We have seen 48% in plain gold jewelry export in last 2 years, increment of 48%.
All right, and if we want to put that into numbers, I remember you have told us that by 2047 you are looking to achieve $100 billion exports. Where is it currently and what makes you so confident? I mean, globally we are still facing a lot of turmoil when it comes to demand, especially because of the tariff uncertainty. Then what makes you so confident of achieving this $100 billion mark as far as exports is concerned?
Two important things. Out of 15, 14 diamonds cut and polish in India, in spite of not having a single mine of any raw material, we are not producing rough diamond, we are not producing gold, we are not producing silver. Even then, we are world leader. The lab-grown now we will be world leader in next 2 or 3 years. We have a competition with China, but government has provided 245 crore for the research of lab-grown diamond to IIT Chennai. So the research is going on, and that result also will come to know in a very short time. And all combine this gem jewelry, silver, lab-grown, all combined, we will grow with 10 to 15% every year. I'm very much confident about that.
Okay, so 10 to 15% growth every year. This is what you're penciling for, and that's the outlook going forward, which is very positive. Thank you so much, Mr. Bhansali, for taking your time out and joining us here today and helping us understand how big a benefit this move is for India's gems and jewelry industry. But shifting focus then, and let's put the spotlight on our next segment, Did You Know? And today we put the spotlight on oil. And since oil is the buzz of the town, let's get you some interesting facts and figures from the global oil market. Out of the total global oil production, OPEC Plus cartel produces nearly 40% oil, and the balance 60% comes from non-OPEC Plus members. Within OPEC Plus, Saudi Arabia, Russia, Iraq, UAE and Kuwait are the top 5 players. And key OPEC Plus members include US, Canada and China. Before the Russia-Ukraine war broke, Iraq, Saudi Arabia and UAE dominated India's oil basket. But after 2022, share of Russian oil in India's oil basket has nearly surged due to higher discount and Western sanctions. At present, Russia is the top supplier of oil to India, with Russia's share now standing at about 30% of total oil purchases. Alright, that's all the time we have on this edition of Commodity Central, but don't go anywhere. Newsroom is coming up next.